Today I'm covering a complete guide, step by step, to buying a home. You definitely don't want to miss this one. Hey there, I'm Kevin Jennings with Berkshire Hathaway, and today I'm walking you through the entire process of buying a home, step by step. Now, whether you're a first time buyer or just need a little refresher, this video is going to be designated to make things easy to understand while still giving you insider tips from someone who lives and breathes real estate right here in the greater Chattanooga area. So, buying a home is one of the largest financial decisions you'll ever make, and it should be exciting, not really stressful. So, let's break it all down from the very beginning. Step number one, get approved. Before you look at homes or fall in love with the kitchen or bathroom, the very first step is getting approved by a mortgage lender. Now, this does two major things. And so it tells you how much of course, you can afford in a home, but it also shows sellers that you're a serious buyer with financing already in place. Now, during the pre-approval, the lender will review credit, income, debts, and employment history. They'll let you know what kind of loan you qualify for, like conventional FHA or VA if you're a veteran. They'll also go over current interest rates. Pro tip, get quotes from several lenders because every lender is going to have different results. Now, once you're approved, you'll get a letter, and we'll use that when we submit offers. Now, this gives us not only negotiating power, but also credibility. Step number two, choosing the right real estate agent. And trust me, not all agents are created equal. This isn't just about finding someone that can open a door and schedule showings. You need an agent who's truly invested in your goals, someone who listens, communicates clearly, and helps you navigate every decision with confidence. A great agent should understand more than just a price range. They should get a feel of your lifestyle, whether you're looking to be in a quiet neighborhood or maybe a short commute, room to grow for your family, or walkability to your favorite coffee shop. That's why I always start with a one-on-one buyer consultation where we dive into the most important, or what's most important to you, which are the absolute must-haves, your non-negotiables, the ideal timeline, and even beyond that, what kind of life are you trying to build in the next chapter? And from there, it's my job to guide you on every step of the way. I'll help you understand the current market conditions, provide access to off-market and early listings, and most importantly, be your advocate during negotiations, inspections, and the contract process. There's a lot of moving parts in the real estate transaction, and it's really easy for things to fall through the cracks if your agent isn't proactive. My commitment is to always make the process smooth, transparent, and efficient so there's no surprises along the way. And at the end of the day, this is likely one of the biggest financial investments you'll ever make, and generally cares about your outcome. That's my promise to every client I work with. Step number three, start the home search. So this is sort of where all the fun begins, the house hunting, the HGTV type stuff. We'll set up a personalized search so you can get the homes that actually fit your budget and criteria. We'll probably tour several properties, some in person, some virtually if you're out of state, and begin to get a feel of what your money can buy in different neighborhoods. Here's what to focus on when we're actually going through the showings: location and commute, layout and functionality, condition and big ticket items such as like roof, HVAC unit, plumbing, any HOA rules or fees if applicable. It's easy to get really emotionally attached, so I always remind my clients to stay focused on the absolute non-negotiables. We'll move pretty quickly to make an offer. I'll look at actually recent comparable sales to determine a strong competitive price. In our offer, we'll include things like earnest money deposit. That's basically a good faith deposit. Your financing terms and contingencies like inspections, appraisal, And in competitive markets, you might need to actually go above list price or waive certain contingencies depending on the market. But don't worry, that's where I sort of come in and strike a balance to not only protect yourself, but also stay competitive. So once the seller accepts our offer, you're officially under contract. Step number 5, home inspection and appraisal. Now it's time for due diligence. First, we schedule a home inspection. This is your chance to uncover any hidden issues such as structural problems, roofing or plumbing issues, electrical concerns, maybe even HVAC unit, and so on and so on. If anything major comes up, we can request repairs, ask for a credit, or maybe in some cases, even walk away and you still retain your earnest money. Next, your lender will order an appraisal. So this is to ensure the home is actually worth what we've agreed to pay for. Now, if it were to come in low, we may need to renegotiate the price or discuss a plan for the difference. But both of these steps really protect you and your investment. Step number 6, underwriting and final loan approval. Now, while we're working through the inspection and appraisal, your lender is going to be working behind the scenes on underwriting. So this is where they verify everything such as your income, employment, credit, and assets. You'll likely be asked to provide updated documents or letters of explanation. It's not the most glamorous part of the process, but it's very crucial. Be prompt with your responses to avoid delays. Now, once the loan is fully approved, we get a clear to close. That's the official green light we've been waiting for to close. Closing, we'll do a final walkthrough of the property. This ensures the property is in the same or better condition than when we first saw it. Then we'll actually head to the closing table. You'll sign the final documents, pay your down payment and closing costs if negotiated, and that's it. The keys are yours. You've officially become a homeowner. Last but not least, once you close, there's just a few things that we really need to take care of, such as transferring utilities, change your address, maybe storing all your closing documents, and or possibly applying for a homestead exemption if you purchase in Georgia. Now, don't worry, I'll still be part of everything after closing. So, if you need any homeowner questions answered, contracting referrals, or just want to maybe explore your next move, I'm always your resource for everything real estate related. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this breakdown gave you a clear view of what to expect during the home buying process. Every journey is a little bit different, but with the right team and the right plan, it can really be smooth and even enjoyable. If you've been thinking about buying or just have questions, feel free to reach out to me anytime. I'd love to help you and find your next home here in Chattanooga. And hey, if you found this video really helpful, give it a like, hit the subscribe button, and share it with maybe somebody that actually needs to see it. Until then, see you next time.